Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ordinary here. I'm back from whatever type of break that was, bringing you another GM series. This one's going to be with the Columbus Blue Jackets. It seems like they are kind of in no man's land right now. They were kind of a few pieces away from building a team that looked like it could be a contender, and then their season just absolutely brutal so far. They traded Johansson away to get Seth Jones. We'll see how that works out for them. But this episode is just going to be quickly run through their team, maybe do some line editing, see if anyone has any value that we want to trade away, stuff like that, and to get some feedback from you guys to see, what you guys are expecting out of this series, whether it's trades, different lines, if you want to see a rebuild, if you want to see us go for it right away. Because if you look at their lines, it's not like it's brutal. I think Bobrovsky, because I'm using the real rosters. No, I thought something was wrong with him, but he's fine. So this is the team. It looks like we're missing a second line center, but otherwise looking not bad at all. I know Boone Jenner's got a lot of trade value, so that could be someone that we ship off if we're looking to go for a push right away. Saad, Dubinsky, Foligno, that's a decent first line. A bunch of two-way forwards, though, so we don't really have anyone to put goals home on that first line. The grindy two-way third line there, and then grindy two-way fourth line as well. On the point, of course, we got Johnson and Jones, Murray, and then Tootin, Savard, and Prout. So the D-core is a little bit weaker than the forwards, but it's still not a bad setup. And then, of course, in net, there's Bobrovsky. So the roster's not too brutal. Murray should improve over the course of the GM mode, so that will be good. David Savard, he's got a couple years left to boost. He might get up to 86, maybe even 87. Tootin, he's bottomed out. I wouldn't mind swapping him and Murray, so Murray gets more playing time. As long as, two-way and two-way, and then we got two defensive defensemen, though. So maybe Prout and Tootin gotta go, but we'll see. Maybe one of them just goes for an offensive guy, and we play that guy on the third line. I really want to focus on the line chemistry this time. I feel like that was what fucked us with our fantasy drafted Philly team, because we had all the pieces and we just couldn't pull the trigger. Fucking missing the playoffs too, absolutely brutal. So the team is not a bad looking team. Obviously something's wrong in Columbus though, because they are at the bottom of the league, just not having a good go of it this year at all. We'll go to the trade and improve screen just so we can see people's trade values. See if anyone's got players in the block that we like. So it looks like Kirby Rychel, was he even dressed? No, he's in the AHL. It says he's an 80 overall left wing. So we have an additional left wing. We can get rid of one of the ones we got. A good thing about Columbus is they do have a pretty solid prospect system. If you look. Apparently it's all left wingers, but but they do have some studs coming up, so that should help us out. We might need to make some moves to get some D prospects, but otherwise the prospect cupboard isn't too bare. Where's attendees? Here we go. So Bobrovsky is the only one with any value, and it's a ton. Is this guy's name Elvis? I feel like it's Elvis. How do I... Yeah, Elvis Merzlikins. What a name. So he's 75 at 21. Like, don't know why he's got such a lack of value. It's not bad. We could really use a real backup. McElhenney's backing up for us right now, and he is not a good goalie. So hopefully we can pull something in a trade. Hetherington's our number 1 D prospect, and he's not like he's a top 2 guy. So maybe we can pull something there. Otherwise, yeah, he's basically our only D prospect as well, so wouldn't hurt us to get some more prospects here on the point. Broad's got no trade value. Teuton's got a little bit of trade value, so maybe we can swing him for an offensive defenseman. I think that might be one of the first moves we make. I don't think we're going to go for it. I mean, it's up to you guys. If you guys want to try to make a push for a cup right off the bat, then Teuton will be a guy that we hold on to, but you guys will have to let me know in the comments. If we go the other way and go for kind of a rebuild / retool, whatever you want to call it, then I think Teuton for swapping for an offensive defenseman would be a smart thing to do. Right wingers, Foligno obviously, and then Bjorkstrand. He's got more trade value, so he should be ready to make the jump here. Maybe not next year, but the year after. He was killing it in junior. He played for Portland, and I got to watch him a bunch when he came to my city. Did a couple playoff matchups and everything, so he was lighting the lamp. And then in Denmark World Juniors, he was crushing it too. So hopefully he turns into a stud for us. 3rd round, the Jackets snagged him, eh? That's a pick. That's some drafting right there. Yeah, Foligno, first line. Atkinson, I mean, wouldn't hurt us to get a better second line right winger. We have so many left wingers that maybe we'll just throw one over. Speaking of left wingers, Sod, first line. Hartnell, second line, and then we got Jenner on the 3rd line, but there's no real reason to have him there. So we might go Hartnell, Jenner on the 2nd line. But if we do that, then we don't have very good chemistry because we got a player playing out of his position, and we won't have any snipers in our top 6 at all. So Atkinson's the only sniper we have in our top 6. And then Dubinsky Wenberg is playing 2nd line center. He's a playmaker, but he should get better. Or he will get better, but he's not where we need him right now. So if we could get a real second-line center in for us, move Wenberg down to the 3rd, Campbell down to the 4th line, and then play Carlson in the minors, that would make more sense. I just want to go back to the left wingers here. So we got like Rychel could probably hold his own on the 3rd line. We got Rene Bourque. I'm just thinking, like, as far as trades go, you don't want to trade a guy like Rychel away, but he's got so much trade value that you could pull your second line center and I don't know, and a backup goalie maybe. He's got high potential to be in the top 6. He's an 80 overall at 20 years old. Power forward. The thing is, power forwards never really... We saw that with Pacioretty. They never really turn into the goal-scoring machine, even if they got like the 89, 90 overall and the good shot and everything. It's just the way the game is set up. So, Rychel might be one. Let me know what you guys think about that, because he's 20. He would fit right into the age you want to do a rebuild with. But, I mean, I still want to have fun and win some games. So if we ship him off for like a second-line center and a backup goalie, then we got Hartnell, whoever we get, and Atkinson. And then the real only position we have left to fill is that second-line right winger. And we can deepen our prospect pool at the draft, right? That's not the end of the world. We got so many left wingers, that's why it seems to make sense to me. Like, Jenner is basically Kirby Rychel 2 years older and 5 overall better. We got Bittner, who's another... Is he a power forward or two-way forward? He's a power forward. So he's Rychel 2 years younger, and then Milano's playmaker, sniper, two-way forward, really. We really don't have any snipers on this squad, eh? But look at that, we got 1, 2, 3, and then Sod. He's two-way forward as well for some reason, and he's only 22 as well. So our whole setup is young as it is. He just got so much trade value that it seems to make sense to me to ship him out, pull a centerman or a right winger, probably a centerman, but we will have Bjorkstrand stepping into that top 6 spot eventually. Felino's there now. I think he's a two-way forward. We checked that. Yep. 27, so he's kind of the veteran on the squad. Matty Calvert, 25. He might get a little bit better, but probably not. He's probably at an 81, so he's a third-line guy for us, fourth-line guy. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. You can kind of see where they need to address. If we still had Johansson instead of Jones, I mean, their team would be looking a lot better if you think about it. So you'd have Dubinsky on the second line. You'd have Johansson. He's got to be a sniper in this game. If he's a two-way forward, that'd blow my mind. I wonder if we defenseman Seth Jones got to have a lot of value. Apparently not. Wow. Okay. So there's no way this trade would go through in real life or in the game. I just want to see. Nashville. Ryan Johansson, where are you? Probably almost max value, yeah. 89 elite playmaker. So that would have helped us a lot. But that's how the cookie crumbles. So take a look at and we'll go back into the trading. I just want to take a look quickly at if any teams have that second line center name in red. Sort by overall. It's nice to see they still haven't fixed the fucking ability to be able to hit the button once and have the action happen. That was terrible English. Hansel, Vermette, Richardson, Jipchura. None of these guys are names in red. Bunch of prospects. It would be tough to find someone they want to ditch pre-season, you know what I mean? Hopefully we can find somebody, though. You know, like a Brandon Sutter or something, just like a 85. Monahan has super low value. See, that's what I'm talking about. Although we did pick him up in our other one, in our Philly fantasy one, it didn't help us out at all. But if we picked up Sean Monahan, what is he right now? 87 overall with medium potential to be elite at 20 years old. That's basically replacing your Johansson right there. As he said, his playmaker, two-way forward. We don't need another two-way forward, though. That's the one thing. But his value's so low that we could probably throw Rychel at them and get him. Anisimov, he was on the Blue Jackets, pulling back, 84 overall. That'd be not a bad second-line center. Or at least be an upgrade. No one really in Colorado. Trade values are too high. Spezza's got about the same trade value as Monahan, except he's way older, so it probably wouldn't go there. In Detroit, that's just got no trade value because he's so old and gets hurt all the time, or what? Larkin with the super low trade value too. Two-way forward, though. That would be we might be able to pick up Larkin and Datsuk and then put Larkin on the third line, Datsuk on the first line. He'll retire. They don't want to give any of these guys up, though. That's the only thing. But that's a play we could be making. Holy shit. The Nuge has low trade value, and he almost came to... he was almost in that Jones trade to Nashville. So maybe we take a look at him. Draisaitl as well. I think the new just set as a 2A and Draisaitl's a playmaker. Okay, no, Draisaitl's not a 2A forward, he's a playmaker. And they have them switched, but whatever. So maybe we go for the Nuge. Too much trade value here in Florida. And too much trade value in LA. I pressed fucking right trigger. Get off me. There we go. Koivu or Granlund, really. And Coyle. Coyle's got super low trade value. Like, he's a power forward? Yeah. He's a power forward, so, again, not really what we're looking for. High top 6 forward potential in Granlund, playmaker. So, Minnesota's got some guys we could go for, too. Unfortunately, again, not in red, but no one really wants to make trades this early in the season. Plekanec. Average. New Jersey, Henrique. Henrique would be a good player to get as well. There's another one. I think he said as 2A. Yeah. 25. They really like to make their guys 2A forwards, eh? EA? Not a lot of scouting went into them. No one really on Long Island. Stepan, playmaker, 25 years old, 86 overall. Would fit in pretty well, so Stepan's another option there. Zibanejad never really gets it done, I found, in GM mode. Wouldn't mind pulling like a freaking Claude Giroux. In Pittsburgh, Bonino. It's not much of an upgrade over what we got. He's really fallen in the ratings these last couple of years, eh? From when he was on Anaheim. Crosby, max value, eh? San Jose, we're almost through all these guys. Thornton's got the same situation as Datsuk, except his name's actually in red. So 36, probably only get this year and another year out of him before he retires. So we'd still have to pick up some sort of prospect that we're hoping would, replace one of our centermen. So not really perfect, but definitely an option, and it helps that his name's in red, right? Stastny, that could be a 1-for-1 swap for Rychel. I think he's set as a 2-way forward as well. Playmaker, alright. So maybe we can go that way. Tampa Bay. Not going to be able to grab Stamkos, obviously, but Johnson. Johnson, he's got the elite potential. He's 87 overall, but he's only got 1 year left to jump. Undrafted, just a teeny little guy. And his rating's brought down by his tiny little physical, right? So if you look, he's basically 90. 90 puck skills, 87 shot, 90 skating. Like, not bad option here. And he's a playmaker, isn't he? I didn't look. 2-way forward. Jesus Christ. So I like the idea of maybe grabbing Johnson as well. I just think that we really need an extra centerman. Nazem the Dream would be an option. He said, this is what I was talking about, like 84 overall, like no value really, but it would still be an upgrade over what we got. He doesn't really have the potential anymore, seeing as he's 26, but. And then we would be able to go over to like right wingers, pick up a second line right winger like Verbata as well, and do like a whole move there. The only thing is, I know Vancouver more than I know any other team, so I'm sure there's other trades that work basically the same. Scheifele would be a good pickup if they have him as a 2-way forward. I'll lose my shit. He's a good playmaker. Fucking can't speak. So that'd be a good player to pick up as well. And then last but not least, we got the Capitals. I would love to get Kuznetsov, but I doubt it would work for a 1-for-1 trade with Rychel. 23 shoots left, sniper. We need that. We need that. And he would be our first line centerman of the future. That would be clutch. Pull Kuznetsov. But how long is this? This was supposed to be just a quick intro video, so let me take a look at how long we've been recording for. About 20 minutes. So let me know, guys. We went through all the centermen there. Which trade you think makes the most sense, and if you think we should be ditching Rychel, or if we should hold on to him and maybe trade someone else, or if we should make a push early. If we do want to make a bit of an early push, we could make that Datsuk trade. But let me know what you guys are thinking. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and help me know to make more of these GM videos, guys. So leave it in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.